What became of some MF Global employees, now ex-MF Global employees? They've been out pounding the pavements, and some happy endings and some not so happy endings.
Yeah, it's about half and half at this point. You know, I remember sitting here in November with you.
Yeah, you do remember that.
I do, November 11th, 2011, and it was the day that they were all let go. You know, 1,300 employees or 1,066 employees let go in one fell swoop, and now most of them are still looking for things to go to, and it's really tragic.
Right, but when we talk about employees, they kind of cover a wide spectrum of kinds of employees, right? There are senior people, senior traders. I think from your reporting, you basically said a lot of the senior people have done okay, and in fact, a lot of the very junior people have done okay. It's the people that have been caught in the middle.
Exactly. And this is actually a nice parallel for what we're seeing on Wall Street. Well, not nice, but a very fitting parallel, because you see the lower staff, like junior talent, who's basically their cheap grunt labor. We've talked about this many times, whether people want to still be on Wall Street. They're getting jobs. You know, between 75%, 80% in the analysts and associates, they've been able to find new work. And then the really top senior moneymakers have been able to find new jobs. It's the ones in between who didn't really deal with clients, worked in the back office.
Right. You talk in particular in a piece about Anthony Variello,
yes,
who was like the head of there we have a photo of him, who was the head of the equity technology group, kind of a operations type function,
right,
technology, who is probably, we don't know, but probably be paying a few $100,000 a year. For somebody like that, who's not being paid millions and not being paid under 100 or 150,000, that's kind of that zone we're talking about.
That is that tough zone, and that's what recruiters have been saying for the past couple of years, that it's really tough to get out there. If you're in your early 40s, accustomed to a high salary, you're expensive, but you're not producing because you're not interfacing with clients. So it's really tough out there for these people.
I'm going to ask you to draw some big, broad brush conclusions.
That's always safe with you, Evan.
Yeah, you know, on MF Global. Okay?
Sure.
I think we have a chart here. Do we have that chart, JR, about what's happened with the money returned? So for a lot of MF Global customers, some of them, like the U.S. customers, they've got a lot of their money back already. But others have not, and others may have lost their money kind of forever. I think there was some cap of FDIC insured. So for some of the customers, a mixed picture. For a lot of the employees, we get a mixed picture.
Yes.
What about John Corzine, the CEO, the chairman and CEO, and Brad Abelo, and a couple of the few top people? How have things turned out for them?
So these are the missing few, right? These are the people at the top who were behind the scenes, they know what happened, and we haven't heard a lot from them. So some of them, of course, have stayed on to help. Brad Abelo, you know, Lori Ferbers, who was general counsel, Henry Steenkamp, who was the chief financial officer. They're still helping the bankruptcy trustee unwind everything. The John Corzine, we have not heard from in a long time, and people are saying, what's he doing? Where is he going?
Did you call Mr. Corzine and ask him if he had any luck getting new employment?
Everybody was alerted.
Have you called him? Julie, I want you, when we're done here, we're going to go place that call. I don't think he'll return it, to be honest, but we could find out.
It's just, what's he going to say at this point, right?
Well, he could say, look, I got a new job, you know.
I'd be surprised if I don't know where he's landed right now. I don't think anybody does.
What do you think the odds he runs again for governor of New Jersey? Would you say high or low?
What would you say?
I would say pretty low. But that's my fine political sense coming out.
I think it'll be tough. It would be tough for him to try to run again in politics.
Okay. How much longer do you think it will take some of these people in the job market to find work, or do you think they're done for good? I mean, if a guy's in his late 40s or early 50s, it's hard.
It is hard, and it's a good question. You know, I've talked to people who are stepping not only just one slot down from the position that they're looking for, but one of the guys we talked to, he was a client services representative. He's looking for a job in an assembly line. Another guy I know is working at a car dealership. You know, it's really hard when you get into your 50s and 60s and you've been working at one company for 20 years. I don't think that that's endemic, just to MF Global. I think that's across the nation. We're seeing that in many industries. It might take a while as the economy recovers. You know, the economy added how many jobs last month? 115,000?
Not enough.
Not enough, exactly.
Not enough.
It's going to take a little while. Some people will do well. Some people, it's going to take a little longer. It's not a wholly optimistic situation right now.